Oh, hey there, my freedom-loving friend. How are you? Welcome back to my JP Reacts channel, where you and I get to watch viral videos together as I react, calling out the lies and corruption of tyrants, highlighting the absurdities of woke culture, and also highlighting the amazing work of other freedom fighters. Today is a fun video, calling out the absurdities of woke culture and simultaneously highlighting the work of another freedom fighter. In this case, it's a comedian's video. His name is Ryan Long. Decent chance you've heard of him. Ryan, he's a super funny comedian, and not all of his content calls out the BS that's happening in the world, but when he uses his sword in that direction, he's brilliant. Ryan's a friend of mine. We did a video together on my main channel a few months ago. So it'll be a joy to take a look at this video called When Wokes and Racists Actually Agree on Everything. This video on YouTube's got 6.5 million views. So apparently people like it. Apparently people like truth. So let's take a look.
When me and Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke.
So true. Like the woke policies and policies of racism from whatever, like the 50s, it's not different. They're not.
Hey, tell them what you told me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
I've been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing them.
Guy's against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer put you up to this?
You can't interracially date now because you're fetishizing another culture. So don't interracially date. But then in the 50s, don't interracially date. The same thing, different BS rationale behind the same thing, and which equally BS. Like the 50s, don't interracially date because whatever, like black people and white people shouldn't mix for such and such. And then woke reasoning, oh, but you shouldn't, black people, white people shouldn't date because different BS reasoning. Freaking hilarious.
Ugh, you know that taco place is white owned?
White people should be making white foods like Kraft macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show exclusively for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks, and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm listening.
Even if you have a black wife or a black friend group, you're still really racist.
You know, we just kicked a guy out of the organization for having a black girlfriend, but if you can promise me he's still really racist, we'll consider letting him back in. Black people should only shop at black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think white people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain group of tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding.
Technically, I don't consider Jewish people white.
Neither do I.
So well done. That video is like a minute 30, but he packs so many great points into that minute 30, and they're all like sub points of the same thing of like racism is wrong, no matter what the form is. So pointing out these two different expressions of racism, what we call traditional racism and woke racism, man, he pointed out so much in such a short period of time. And I just think it's so funny. And his partner in crime, Danny, they are great together. And for me, like, this boils down to Martin Luther King Jr.'s wisdom when he said, judge a person based on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And then these woke yahoos are like, you know what we should do? We should judge people based on the color of their skin, not the content of their character. We're going to end racism by doing the opposite of what Martin Luther King Jr. said, who probably did more for civil rights than any other person. He's a black man, but I am a rageful white lady. I think I know better than a black man who helped end civil rights. How much racism is that? So, don't be an idiot and judge people based on the color of their skin, whether you're woke or racist. But now, as Ryan Long helps us realize, you're both. You can't be one without the other. It's great. If you haven't subscribed to him already, I think Ryan Long is well worth following. You can check him out on all the social medias. I love his content. Thank you, Ryan, for making this great video. Made me laugh, made me think, made me poop my pants a little bit. Not gonna lie. And thank you, my friend, for being a part of this channel and watching with me. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe. And if you'd like to check out my latest editions and my Freedom line of merch, you can do that only at awakenwithjp.com. But more importantly, in the meantime, stay free, my friend.